Hey, Shalom, Shalom. We're about to get started in just a second. Make sure that you, if you're just signing in, you pulling up in the class, man, hit that sign-in sheet. All right, hit that sign-in sheet. It's in the chat. Also, the StreamYard link is in the chat as well. All right, so make sure you sign in the class. If you want to join us in the class live on StreamYard, hit the StreamYard link. We're going to get started in a few seconds. All right, Shalom. How about some y'all y'all Shamar, about some y'all shy. All right, this is the Lashawan Qadash class. We are here to study, to learn the Hebrew language, the ancient Hebrew language, the language of our ancestors, our forefathers. All right, way back when the Bible was written, it was written in ancient Hebrew. All right, and this language was passed down through a specific lineage throughout the years. It's the Hebrew language. And Abraham took up that language, passed it down to his children, his son, Isaac. And as Isaac passed it on to his son, Jacob, Jacob passed it on to his children, the 12 tribes of Israel. All right. So today we keep that language and we try to study and learn the entire language so we can get back our language, the language that belongs to the 12 tribes of Israel, Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. All right. So we're going to start off this class by writing on the board the ancient Hebrew alphabet. This is the I. Okay, and now I'm writing it so that it's ancient Assyrian and its pronunciation. It's a long word. Golly. Let me try it again. All right. So we have the ancient, the Assyrian, and the pronunciation. Ah. Ba. God. Da. Ha. Wa. Za. Ka. Ha. All right. Ta. Ya. Ka. La. Ma. Na. Sa. I. Ha. Sa. Qua. Ra. Sha. 5. All right, so these were all the alphabets, all the characters of the ancient Hebrew alphabet and the Assyrian Hebrew alphabet. You understand? The ancient just means this is the language, this is the alphabet before the Babylonian captivity. All right, this is how our language looked before our captivity in Babylon. This is how it looked afterward. All right, and it changed time and time again over time. Okay. So what we did in the I.S.U.P.K is we went back to the ancient, because this is the language that our forefathers read, wrote, and spoke. Okay. Okay. Next, what we'll do is we'll go over our prepositions. Okay, starting with ba. Okay, ba is a preposition meaning in or with Yeah, that's good. In, with, or by. Right? You have ha, which means the. Then you have wa, which means and. But, then, or. Ka is as or like. La is to, for, or of. Ma is from, out of, or than. Sha is who, which, that, or pertains to. So just make sure you write that down. Shalom, Shamara. All right, next we have our object pronouns. Our object pronouns are words like my, your, his, her, hers, theirs. Our. All right. And what I forgot to mention is your prepositions go at the beginning of a word, right? Now, two things. Hebrew is written from right to left as opposed to English. So although I'm writing this way in English, like my dog, it's a good word, my blood, right? In Hebrew, I would write it this way. All right? So I would write it this way instead of this way. English, Hebrew, right to left. Okay? So with that being said, if I was to use a preposition, it would go here, which is the beginning of a Hebrew word. The beginning of a Hebrew word is at the right. So my my preposition would go here, and my object pronoun would go here. Okay? Because object pronouns go at the end of a word, but they're always connected to the root word. So, my would be Yah. All right. Your would be Ka. And this is masculine and feminine. And singular. Masculine, feminine, singular. Okay? Your feminine and plural, be kun. All right, this is feminine and plural. Kun. And for masculine plural, it would be come. Masculine plural. So ka is masculine or feminine singular. Kun is feminine plural. Come is masculine plural. Okay? Next we have his, which is obviously masculine, would be wa. Hers, which is obviously feminine, would be ha. Theirs is ma. Masculine. Okay? And na. Feminine. Ours is nawa. All right? Which is masculine, feminine, and plural. Okay? So ya for my, and this is feminine and plural as well. You don't have to change it for different genders. Your is ka. This is for men and females, singular. Kun for females, plural. Come for males, plural. His, wa. Hers, ha. Theirs, ma. Masculine. And na, feminine. Yours, nawa. It's like ours, nawa. All right, so go ahead and write that down. Play some music real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Listen, I many finger guns you gonna aim at me? We all get to point you a shooter, that's the apogee. Your surgical remover of life, that's hysterectomy. Maybe I don't see this as a test, don't start correcting me. Especially with your fallacies. Most of us can only see through scopes of generalities. When niggas say it's up, all I can think about is gravity. It's gotta go down. So if it's death, I take my mic, I'm going underground. Sick with it, patiently waiting. I see you masked up. Do anything for money and clout, cause you gassed up. Now I could be wrong, and I ain't trying to prolong, but these images you project and keep us singing the sad songs. The love of money is the root of all evil. So every time you draw us for blood, like a needle, I just have to paint the picture. So I definitely need an easel so you can see deceptions and the depth of all perceptions, misdirections, the tricks to keep you put behind bars. Cause a lion won't be a king if he don't fight through the scars. Say that I can feel your pain like you poke voodoo dolls, and putting our hands on y'all will not further the cause. Pause. Systematic oppression in the dissection keeps us in the circle of circumspection for our protection. And because of our complexion, no power, no connection, they will question your honor while we stand in objection. How many finger guns you gonna aim at me? We all get to point you a shooter, that is the apogee. Your surgical remover of life, that's hysterectomy. AB, I don't see this as a test, don't start correcting me. How many finger guns you gonna aim at me? We all get to point you a shooter, that is the apogee. Your surgical remover of life, that's hysterectomy. AB, I don't see this as a test, don't start correcting me. If I was you, I see why you be mad at me. Inherited the pedigree, school of practicality, focused on reality, illuminating tragedy. No time to be coy, you niggas murderers, revenge bring us tears of joy. Fresh broad red strokes of infrared beams, symbolisms you learn while enforcing the catechism. You claim to love your people, but
All right, we back. So these are your object pronouns. Okay, one last thing before we get started. You understand? I'm going to show you using pronouns and plurality. All right. Using pronouns and plurality, meaning what? If there's an object you have, right, and you're using a pronoun to show possession of that object, but it's more than one object, like chairs, right, or houses. You have multiple objects, but they belong to someone. I'm going to show you what you would do to show that possession of plural objects. All right. So, what is it? We have my, right? And we know that the object pronoun character for my is Yah. In this instance, Yah stays the same. All right? So let's say you're saying houses. All right. Now, a house is by Yah. Houses plural would be by Yah Yum. But this doesn't show possession. This is just talking about the houses being plural. To say my houses, you just write you just write ya, but ya. All right, because the plurality of my just stays the same. Okay, but if you want to say your houses, you're going to use ya and ka. Okay. Now, because this is going at the end, I'm going to use this ka instead of this ka because it's at the end. So, ba ya ka will be the word. Ba ya ka. All right, so that's your houses. Ba ya ka. Let's say I want to say his houses. Same concept, but we switch the ka for a wa. So now instead of ba ya ka, it becomes ba ya wa. His houses. And you'll do the same thing for every possessive pronoun or object pronoun, right? My, your, his, her. Your ma. Okay. Our is you know. So this is what you do if you want to use a possessive pronoun in plurality. Give you another example. Let's see, what's a good word to use? Our books. Right? How about Abba? Yeah, no. That one should look familiar to you. Right? Abba, you know. Right? Saparium, our books. Abba Yahweh is our Father. Right? Abba Yahweh. Now, if I take away the Yah, it would just be our Father. Singular. Right? So adding the Yah between the possessive pronoun and the actual noun makes it Father, our Father. Okay? Lakum, you know, our bread. Now, I don't have to put an S at the end of bread because bread is plural in itself. I wouldn't say our breads. It's just our bread. Our money is kasab, you know. Okay? So now if I want to change this word, right? The hour, all I would have to do is take off the now in each one. So instead of saying Sapar Yanawa or Lakum Yanawa, I want to say there, I would add Ma instead. Sapar Yama, Abba Yama, Lakam Yama, Kasak Yama is there. Instead of our, it will be there. Their books, their fathers, their bread, their money. You can do this with any of these. Okay? Her books will be Sapar Yahah. His books will be Sapar Yawah. Alright, and it's just that simple. Just add a Yah before the possessive pronoun, subject pronoun. Object pronoun. All right, tomorrow we'll be reading in the book of Ruth. We'll start at chapter 3, verse 5. All right, so we're going to read chapter 3, verse 5. We're going to write the Hebrew up on the board. All right, now this is to get you prepared to read tomorrow for the Sabbath service. This is what this class is about and what it's for. So that tomorrow, during the Sabbath service, if you're called up to read, you will be able to identify what you're reading. And the first word we have is Wa-tha-amar. Okay, Wa-tha-amar. Now I'm going to write this in the Assyrian because, of course, that's what the Tanakh is written in. And the only way that I can help you read the Tanakh is if I write in the language or write with the characters that the write with the characters that the Tanakh is written in. It's the only way I can help you read the Tanakh. If it's written in Assyrian, then I have to write it for you in Assyrian. First word is Wa-tha-amar. Then we have Alayah. Call. Ashar. I.S.U.P.K. Okay. And if we go scroll down on the BLB, we get to see what these words mean. All right. Wa tha amar is and she said. Now, if you were in class, then you'll know that this wa tha amar, the tha here makes it present tense. Makes it past tense. Okay. The wa is and. The tha makes it past tense. And amar means say. Okay? Now this tha is only past tense for a woman in the feminine sense. So you wouldn't use a tha for a man. That's why it says wa tha amar. And she said. But literally it's and say. The tha makes it past tense feminine. Alaya. Right? Oh, okay. So like this is actually all Yahah. All Yahah. All means unto. Yahah. So like Yahah is to say it to her. Okay? I'm not writing this in order. I'm writing it under the word that it means. So it's not her unto, but unto her. Okay? And it's not say and, it's and say. Call. Call is one of our vocabulary words. Again, if you're in the class, this is one of the words that you have in your notes. Call, which means all. So is so is all. All is unto. Call is all. Right? Like call, all. Ha'arataza. All right. Ashar. We'll put it up on the board. Ashar is that. Now, when you see this dash, right? When you see this line, and it's connecting this to this, you want to read it as one word. So when you read in the Tanakh, you want to read Ashar the Arya. Ashar the Arya. Ashar the Arya. Okay? That's how you want to read it. Ashar the Arya. Or is it the Amarya? Okay, I misspelled it. So lucky. I missed the ma. The Amarya. The Amarya. Right? Ashar the Amarya. Ashar the Amarya right? Amar is say, Yah is me. The Tha, again, is past tense. But the Tha is referring to the her. So when and she said, right? The Tha is also she says to me. But we're not going to write that. It says, thou sayest to me. Thou sayest to me. Okay? So, Ashar, Ta Amar, Ya, Aisha. The is I. Aisha is will do. Okay? If you want to see it, it's actually here. 56213. All right. To do, fashion, accomplish, make. All right. So that is the Aisha. Meaning I. Aisha meaning to do. Hey, Shalom, Princess Rai. Yahweh Shemar Thabah Shemar Shai. River Barzal Rakah checking in from Philly. Big man Barzal, man. My brother. Got his red checking in. Shalom, sis. About time for your Hebrew name. Make that check-in, man. Sign in to class so you can get credit towards getting your Hebrew name. All right, so Ruth 3 and 5 says, and she said unto her, all that thou sayest to me, I will do. All right, this is obviously a conversation between two females. All right, that's why these are all feminine characters. The Tha and the Ha. It's not this one, but Tha being past tense for feminine past tense. Ha, that Ha represents her. Okay? All right, so let's go to the next verse. Verse 6. verse 6. What the run? It's like a what thought? What the rock? Oh, Salaki, it's a duck. Let's get that. What the rod? Hagar run? Wa the Aish? Or what the Aisha? Kakal? Ashar Tazawafha? Ha Mawafha. All right. What the rod? All right. The root word for what the rod is yarad. Right? Yarad means to go. H3381, to go down or descend. Okay. Now, why is it wa the rod instead of wa your rod? Because again, this tha makes it past tense and feminine. So the tha replaces the ya. Instead of seeing a ya here, you see a tha, and now it's wa the rod. The wa is and. The rod, she went down. All right. Wa the rod is and she went down. Hagaran. Hagaran. The ha is the. The. And Garan is floor. H1637. Garan means floor. And you could insert two here. All right, so and she went down the floor, or and she went down to the floor. What the ice? All right, what the ice? Wa and once again. Dead. Okay, the root word is Aisha. All right. Call. All right, call according to all. Call is all. And ka, the preposition could be like of or not of. Yeah, of or to. Right? It could be so according to all. So this is pertaining to all. Ashar, we know is that. Taza or the or Tazawatha. I missed something? Tazawatha. Okay, I get it. So lock in. Tazawatha. Tazawatha is bathe her. All right, and the root word is Tazawa. Ha mawatha. What's a ka? Forgive me. Roha. Ha mawatha. Her, which is the ha, mother-in-law. And that is a good word. That's a good vocabulary word for everybody. So I'm gonna pop open this Strong's number, H2545. Husband's mother-in-law. All right. Chamawath. It's a great word. So definitely one for the notebook. Chamawath. All right. So with that, man, listen. You will see these words tomorrow. So you definitely want to study these words, go over them, study the characters like we always do in these classes, and make sure that you know what these characters are. So that when you're reading it tomorrow, you might be just reading along with the brothers. You know what I'm saying? But if you find yourself reading the Tanakh, at least you'll be able to identify these characters, and you may be able to identify some of these words that we went over. All right, because some of these words you will see a lot. For instance, a sharp. Okay, you're going to see these words a lot. You might see go down, right? You might see I.S.U.P.K or call is definitely one that you're going to see all the time. So you want to be able to identify them and know what they mean. So that way it starts to make sense to you as you're reading it. The more vocabulary words that you know in Hebrew, which is why I just did what I did with mother-in-law, is so that you can retain some of these words, right? And so now when you see these words, when you've built up a vocabulary of Hebrew words, now you can read them, know what they mean, and reading it makes sense to you instead of just reading a bunch of words, reading a bunch of characters that you don't know the meaning to. Now you can see the word and say to myself, hey, I know that word, so I can make out what this is saying without actually seeing the translation. That's what you're working on. That's what you're building up to. All right, so with that, listen, man, I thank y'all for being in this class. Tune in next week. I'm going to be right back here, same time, same day. All right, with that, shalom to all the brothers, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shabbat, which means Most High in the name of Christ, bless you. And to all the sisters, Yahweh Shemar Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, which means Most High watch over you in the name of Christ. All right, shalom. Class is dismissed.